What began as a simple trip to the Sorcerous Sundries has led to my capture. The Wizard of Waterdeep, Gale, owes me a few drinks for the ordeal we've endured. It all began when I spotted Aradin in front of the magical shop.
Let me back in. I'll bring Lorroakan out here, you tin tube. You tell Lorroakan I went for his goddamn Nightsong, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at? Shit, it's you. You went looking for the Nightsong after me. Please tell me you found it.
Are you an idiot? Don't you remember this guy? We saved him. And he's always been quite abrasive. He wants to be paid for attempting a job? Are you out of your mind? Also, look at what happened. He's here covered in blood still, and we have ascended. We've gotten to a better place. We didn't complain, we moved on. That's none of your business.
Answer the question. Did you find it or not?
Wait, you heard me. But it looks like I don't have a proper response. Edrahil just wouldn't attack him like that. He would tell him to go away. But fine, look. I found the Nightsong, but it wasn't a relic.
Anathema! Hells. If I'd known, I'd have asked for more gold. Kidnapping costs more than theft. Don't forget, I'm the one who gave you that contract. I want my cut.
Oh, now you're really insane right now. You know what? Piss off. I'm not being kind to you. Don't come over here and talk to me like that. DC 15, a 29.
I ought to knock some sense into you. But you know what? I'm too goddamn tired. If she's out there, I'm gonna find her. You mark my words.
What a pompous idiot. He's lucky we were there to save him. No character growth at all. Let's go inside. I'm here to do some shopping. We finally made it in. Wow, it's actually pretty impressive. I was kind of thinking of a little bookstore, but no, it's a lot. Rolan, you're alive. Let's go say hi.
You! What are you doing here?
You look a bit worse for wear. What happened to your face?
Nothing for you to worry about.
His voice catches. Something's wrong here.
But never mind that. What can I do for you?
It's not that you didn't wash up. You've been beaten. By who? Do many people ask about the Nightsong?
It's all I deal with these days. People claiming their trinkets are the real Nightsong, looking for the mountain of gold Lorroakan promised. There's even a pamphlet. Take one. They're on the desk.
That's pretty funny. I have information on the Nightsong.
Be very sure before you make to visit Lorroakan. He's got a beastly temper. But if you really do know something, he'll want to see you. Head upstairs. You can find the way into his tower up there.
I'll do that. Let's have a look around. I think I want to talk to a few people, maybe a few people who do stand out. Then we'll go talk to what appears to be a rather terrible individual. Clearly he beats Rolan. That much we know. Rolan did have a few interesting items. One of them being the Ring of Regeneration. At the beginning of your turn, the ring activates and heals you 1 to 4 hit points. I've paired it with another item, the Whispering Promise, Blessed Mercy. When you heal a creature, it gains a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 2 turns. There's a great combination. They synergize quite well together. So now Gale is going to have a permanent bless on him. He's going to need that for sure. Let's move on now.
What path lies with look? A bookseller.
She can point us to the tome I need.
Well, that's good news. If there's any books about war, Edrahil would pick that up. There she is.
Literature department. Can I help you?
I didn't know that we were in a library. I'd be interested in any especially rare tomes you might have.
Psst. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence.
Oh boy, another wizard. I'll be kind, I won't raise my voice. I'm trying to find out about a particular Netherese crown. Have you anything on that subject?
Gold? You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Lorroakan was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharciate Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Edrahil's Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you?
Every single one of them, yeah. But let's focus. We need to find out about Karsus. I could always come back for the other books. So tell me about, that book related to Karsus.
It is said to be written by Lord Karsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but not many can withstand it.
That's it. That's what I need.
The Annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crown's true nature. If only you could read them.
If only we could. Sounds perfect. How much for me to buy it from you?
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The Annals of Karsus are best left unread.
But what if I told you I'm a big fan of the Annals? Let's see. Persuasion. Isn't it your job to share knowledge, not keep it locked away? At least, tell me where the vault is. Persuasion. DC 18, pretty high. We've got advantage. Let's try it out. A 27.
Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either.
Okay. What about gold? No, I've learned a lot. Thank you.
You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tomes is enough to stimulate most.
Wow, okay. We know where to go now, and we'll go in there for sure. But what's happening over here? A necromancer. I would stay to look, but again, we've got a job to do. Here we are. Close to it anyway.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Nightsong, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Lorroakan's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
Oh, he's gonna be a delight. How many portals do we have? 2 over here, 2 more over there. There's plaques. Let's check them out.
The Nightsong is a priceless ruby from a realm beyond our own.
That's not true. What about that one?
The Nightsong is an immortal being, the child of a deity.
Oh, okay. It's a trick. If you don't know what it is, you would pick the wrong one. But we know. Let's go inside. What are you doing? Oh, that poor servant. That's a really big apple. That's a good thing, right? Poor guy.
Hold very still, Nicklaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Craig. Ready? Aim. We have a visitor. At ease. Nicklaw, you may go. I see no Nightsong. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the Nightsong in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time?
It sounds like you're wasting my time. What do you want with her?
Her. Fascinating. You've been to Shah's temple, haven't you? To the Shadowfell?
Yeah. It's really none of your business.
I can take my answers from your corpse if you'd prefer. A surprising number of people are more forthcoming dead than alive. Then again, who will clean the mangled mess from my floor? So I'll ask again. The Nightsong. Where is it?
It is taking all of my patience right now to just not kill him. Oh my god. He is insufferable. I'm not gonna lie to him. Get out of my face, now. Instead, I'll intimidate him. A DC of 20, I'll take it. A tough one, but I'll do it, hopefully. A 20, a nat 20, we are very scary.
I can see you're in no place to have a civilized conversation. Return when an iota of sense has returned to you.
Oh, he got scared. Let's talk to him again. Then I'll go back to camp to let the Nightsong know about him.
Mark my words, the Nightsong is mine. With or without your help, she will ascend to her grand fate here, in this tower. You can get very rich along the way, or let someone else take what is rightfully yours. Choose wisely.
He would seek the power of gods for the pettiest of reasons. His own gratification. At least I seek them for the better of all.
What's that? I didn't quite catch the words, but the insolent tone was clear enough.
Pitying, not insolent. You chase one power without knowing an even greater one lies within my reach. The crown of Karsus. Once we acquire it, your ambitions will be dwarfed. I'll be able to stand against Mystra and wrest her powers from her for the betterment of all.
The crown of Karsus? Nonsense. Even if it still existed, you couldn't possibly handle its power.
Perhaps you could not. But Netheril's power is in my blood. And Mystra? I know her in ways that most mortals can only dream of.
Ah. So it is you. Mystra's discarded lapdog. And now you think your bark is cause to make me tremble?
There is no need for me to bark. My actions will speak for themselves. In time.
Then go. Act. I'll open a fine vintage in your name, once word of your failure reaches me.
I know that wizard is a pompous jerk, but that doesn't give me a reason to kill him. However, if our friend would like to go after him, I'll join her. She has a right to know about what's going to happen here. And what happened to my statue? I don't like that at all. I don't look nearly as heroic. There she is. You know, if we ever had some manner of high-leveled expansion for Baldur's Gate, she would make a great ally.
Mother's milk, your visage speaks of ill tidings. Speak, ally mine. What troubles you?
A wizard is looking for you.
Is he indeed? Pray tell, what does he seek from Dame Aylin?
All I know right now is that he's put out a contract for your capture.
Magicians and their machinations. I have had enough for an eternity. I will wring his neck until he's dead.
Oh, I like that. Let's stick him down together.
Oh, his end will be one more strand in the great braid of our friendship.
I'm coming with you. I'd like to get a few licks in myself.
My darling, we agreed you'd scout for the nearest Selûnite enclave this very night. Let us divide our efforts, all the sooner to be reunited.
I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned?
Our closest ally will accompany me, won't you? It will be a swift and fruitful chore. Hie we to this Lorroakan right away. I am as eager to meet him as he is to ensnare me. What have we here? A magician in a tower, hiding away from the frightening world. What are you so scared of, Magus? Not the Nightsong, surely? Why, she's nothing but a relic to be purchased and pursued.
At last. There you are, my dear.
You will address me with due deference. I am Dame Aylin. And you are a whelp without honor, without pride, with nothing but a tower full of trinkets.
Oh, my apologies, Dame Aylin. I meant no disrespect. I asked our mutual friend here to make an introduction that I might get to meet the famed daughter of Selûne. Forgive me for that impudence. Perhaps our friend can bridge the gap and do what I believe they came here to do?
You idiot. I came to stop you.
My steel-hearted friend speaks true. Give me one good reason, Magus, why I should not strike you down where you stand.
Dame Aylin, I have discovered a device that would allow your immortality to be shared. It would cause you no harm, no pain of any kind. You serve your mother Selûne, I believe. She who has blessed our realm with so many gifts. Honor her by sharing yours.
You dare to threaten me with the same magic that held me in torment for 100 years? You do not seek to share my gifts. You seek to poach them.
I had hoped to appeal to your better nature. Perhaps I overestimated you. No bother. I have an arsenal of implements capable of convincing you to see reason.
Do you know? It's over for you. You can't overpower both of us.
A pity you didn't prove a more reliable ally. You could have reaped the rewards of my good favor. I'd hoped you to keep an open mind, but it seems you're determined to make this as difficult as possible. I have great plans for you, Dame Aylin. And if you will not go quietly, then you'll go kicking and screaming.
Magicians and their plans for Dame Aylin. Predictable, sadistic, flaccid.
Myrmidons! Imperatum!
What a goober. I'm gonna call him old Limpy. Asterion. Let's destroy him. We should be able to do that, I would imagine. Yeah, move in. Keep on shanking until he's not moving anymore. Oh, elemental retort. That's terrifying. Counterspell. Okay, we stopped him. If you do it again, maybe you'll take a lot of damage. I don't like that. Yeah, that's really, really bad. Maybe one more poke? A critical miss. Dread Ambusher. Not a great start. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Jeez. Well, it's over for now. Here comes a fire elemental. Using haste, then doing nothing. Gale, you could take him out quickly, you know. You could do that. We've got a lot of options on what we're able to use. What about a chain lightning? For a bit of fun today. Yeah, I think that would be great. A good old chain lightning to take him out. Let's do it. Ooh. Look at that. I could use my channel divinity to deal maximum damage instead. He's immune to it. Oh, I hate you. I didn't know that you would be immune to it. Drink a potion for now, Gale. We got what then? We got Crank. We got his servant. Who else did we get? A lot of them. Oh, you're tricky. You're very, very tricky. But I'm going to take care of you. A destructive wave. No. Only if it's radiant damage. That would work. Let's begin. What now? A 19 to save. You've rolled 20. Wrong. What about you? A 22? A 5. We got him. He's nearly dead. Nearly, but not quite. Okay, do all of you have Radiating Orb? 22 stacks on their wizard. The others, yeah, they're in danger. We nearly have it all done. Man, that was dangerous. That could have ended poorly. Oh, if only you had hit 5 HP. You got him! Good job, Shadowheart! Stopping the repetition of history. Gale is inspired. We got him. Killing vapors. That's fine. We've got to take out the elementals. That shouldn't be too difficult, I would imagine. They have no master. I do feel bad for that servant. I would have knocked him out, but he got caught in a crossfire. Gale needs 18 to hit. He wouldn't deal a lot of damage. Okay, Edrahil, go in. A miss, not a great start. A critical hit. Divine Smite level 3. Another enemy gone. That was beautiful. Could we reach another one? We can! Ah, what a good day for Edrahil. Her turn. Everyone's in danger. We took him out quite well. That felt very, very good. A Lunar Smite. Oh man. I really wish she could fight with me more often. That's part of why I wanted to bring her here. Oh. That was a lot of damage. Let's end it. One attack. Now for another. Not quite sufficient, no. Alright, Gale. What about a Shocking Grasp? Try that out. Let's see if it works. It's a water elemental. 34 damage. Hey, that's pretty good, but look at the ground. Right. There's a bunch of water that we need to watch out for. Oh, I've made a mess of it, haven't I? I sure have. I should probably move away, I would imagine. Who else could move? We're largely done. I only need one more attack to land at the moment. A Scorching Ray, that wouldn't do it. Let's jump. We're gonna have to jump away, I think. Okay, no damage. We're safe. Let's move back just a little bit more. All right. 3 shots. Ooh. No. We'll use 1. Now it's over. Okay, we all need to move.
Lorroakan, you who would see me caged, you who would purchase my submission with profane gold. Let every wicked magus, every vile murtherer, each slaver and misery merchant see. Dame Aylin is watching. She is indomitable. And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken by its beauty.
Oh my god, that was brutal. Well, that actually shocked me. Yeah, that was a lot. Let's talk to her for just a moment.
The Firehead Fool is dead. Yet as I stare upon his corpse, I feel sadness. Why?
Here's a Paladin response I don't agree with. It's really not in Edrahil's character to take pleasure in revenge. Instead, he would be a bit more observant. He might not be the most intelligent person. However, he's wise, he's able to perceive. So perhaps smiting has lost its pleasures.
Say it can't be so. For I am Selûne's sword. And ever must be. Battle has tired my mind. Made me susceptible to flights of fancy. You were excellent in battle, as is your way. And I am proud to fight at your side. And you, tiefling, you did not embarrass yourself. I will catch my breath. Then to camp I will bring my bones. Moon Maiden be with you.
Well then, let's wake up the wizard. And to drink some potions to restore our health. Now we're okay. Come on, buddy, wake up.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Calling him Limpy now feels a bit wrong. Alright, where do you store your good stuff?
Lower floor. Magic repository. Vault key.
A key, huh? Okay. How did you become the owner here? The tower isn't named after you.
Ramazith, gone. Open for the taking.
Alright. Who is he? Tell me about him.
Powerful mage. Spellmaker.
A spellmaker? He is very powerful. Any security measures I should be aware of?
Traps. Spells. Deathly to the touch.
Thank you for that warning. How do I avoid the traps?
All magic can be dispelled.
Okay. I'll go now, but where did that wizard go?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
What do you have, Crank? Disappointment? Alright.
Waste a step.
That's okay. What's in here? A very basic scroll and also floating furniture. I could take my time by jumping on all of it, or I could use Featherfall. I like that a bit more. Let's go. I'm in a wizard's tower. I've got to use magic, I think.
Security.
Maybe I shouldn't touch it. You know what, Gale? You're in charge. You go look for stuff. Below. That's got to be it. Easy enough. That saves me a lot of time and levers to pull. Should I touch that button? No, it says above. What's over here? Scroll to Sunbeam. And what else do we have? Well, before I look around more. Arcana. Ooh, DC 20. We've got guidance. Let's try it out. A 23. Gale, I'm glad you're here. Oh, check out that staff. Is it good? Let's see. Oh, it's really good. Arcane enchantment. You gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Arcane battery. Alleviate the arcane burden of spellcasting with the power of the staff. The next spell you cast doesn't cost a spell slot. Whoa. Kreska's Favor, a level 4 evocation spell. Right. That's really cool. Let's use it. One more to pick up. Right over here. It appears to be a robe. A 20. But not a nat 20. Robe of the Weave. That's got to be good, right? Let's see. Arcane enchantment. You gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Weave Eater. Whenever the wearer succeeds a saving throw against a spell, they regain 1 to 6 hit points in addition to +2 to AC. I would lose a lot of AC, but I would like to look a bit more like a wizard. We might go back to dual-wielding staves. That should be fun, I think. Alright, let's go. Put it on, look like a wizard, and here's a chest.
That's curious.
Uh-oh. That can't be good. A key. Mystery door key. Interesting. I do want to touch it. Could I just break it? Let's see.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Yeah, that worked. Hahaha, got him. Alright, let's get out of here. We've got one more room to break into. Unfortunately, there are guards. I could easily beat them. But I'm not trying to fight everyone here. That seems to be a bad idea. Quite rude, too. So, Astarion, I've got a potion for you, I'm sure. Let's see, then. A potion of speed. No, invisibility. That's what I meant. There it is. Drink it now. And I want you to move over here to open a door. All alone, too. You need greater invisibility, but you should be able to open it at the very least. There we go. No, you're fine. Open up. Now we all need to get inside. How could we do that? Well, first off, let's get everyone to separate. And we're not going to cross their boundary. We're going to go over it like that. Hey, it worked. Good to know. If I jump, I feel like that would trigger them.
I'm ready.
Your turn. Do you not have those arrows? You do not. Well, that's okay. I've got some for you. You only need the one, actually. All right, your turn. She's in. Might change up her build later, but not right now. Edrahil. Finally, it's you. Perfect. Okay, Astarion, you'll come over here, and no one needs to know that we've been here. No, don't touch it, it's fine. We've got rows of books, another key, a book, and here's one that stands out. There's our key. But hold on, let's have a look around. A bottled eye. That's not for me. No, it's not. Let's have a look. A note. Oh, it's written to that servant. Master Elman has requested his Tome of Divination spells be brought to the basement. He must focus without interruption in order to see the unseen, so we know that we need to see the unseen. Since you refuse to speak to me since the incident with the ape, what? I have no choice but to make my requests in writing. Baldur. And another note after that. As you refuse to speak to me following the incident with the three-eyed man, what is going on? I have no choice but to make my request in writing. The master instructs you to bring his newly acquired lamp, the one with the Djinn, to the vault and store it behind the protective wall. It is far too dangerous to be left on display in the shop proper. Baldur. What is going on here? Well, let's go in. Oh, it's a big vault, all right. Let's have a look around then. We should.
Farther can I go?
It's over here.
Storage and sorting of scrollwork, parchment, and tomes.
I'll take scrolls. Hold monster. Yeah, those are so handy. I've got access to so many powerful spells. It puts a wizard in a strange position, because again, I could cast them so many times. Here's a door. You know what? I'll break it open. I'm not gonna repair it, but we've not checked out everything, have we? Circle of Death. Very powerful. Let's keep on looking around.
Something over there.
Here we go, a button. Oh, that's a great start. All right, what do we have? Treasure. I won't say no to treasure. All right. Wait. The lamp. Illusory walls, of course. Well, that's good news. I wonder how many are here. Should I touch it? We don't really have a great experience when it comes to, you know, Djinn. I'll touch it. What?
Oh, you've arrived in the nick of time, saintly adventurer. I've been trapped for so long, I dare say I'm half mad. Ho ho! Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save me. Such courage brings a tear to the eye.
Oh no, what have I done? Oh god. And he looks even creepier because of that visual effect. Alright. What are you talking about?
You see, this glorious lamp is both an oasis and a prison. Someone must be inside at all times. But you were the first brave enough to take my place. Thank you ever so much. Toodles! Freedom's sweet nectar. How I missed you. Oh, my rescuer left behind a servant. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I'm sure you're at your wit's end without your master.
Don't tell Astarion that. How dare you? I have no master.
Then you are a trickster here to try to tempt me back into the lamp. Well, it shall not work. Yafeu the Magnificent will die before being shackled. Aha!
There were a whole bunch of potions here, so I picked them up. I need to learn my lesson. Every time I meet a genie, they teleport me, they try to kill me. That'll never change. Here's a little Djinn ditty. If you were trapped in a magic lamp, you wouldn't like it a bit. It's tiny and stuffy and oily and damp, and you've had to be shrunk to fit. You sit here and ponder your only hope that some other fool will enter, then you'll get out, but the entering dope will find they're the lamp's new renter. I hate it. Can I destroy that? I feel better. But I need to get out of here. There's gotta be something. Gold? That can't be it. You know what? I deserve a drink. More? Sure. I've had my drink. Alright. I did check out that chest. Here's one more. Let's try that one. Darkness. Wait, here we go. A summoning scroll. That's got to be the key. Oh, I'm very sorry. You won't be here forever, I hope. But I've got to go. Goodbye, little buddy. Greetings, my enemy. I would like to push you. Ah, you made it. Aren't you lucky? Astarion, it's your turn. Could you shoot him up for me? Oh, your chance to hit is not very high. Well then. Time for stabbing. Once more. A miss. Keep on trying. You'll get it one day. An offhand attack. Another miss. Okay, Gale, it's your turn. Arcane Battery. What a cool implement. Again, I've got so many things I've got to watch out for. I might change back to Evocation because there's so much I'm not able to use. If I use it, I'm going to put my friends in danger. I'll think about it. But for now, a classic, a magic missile. A level 3 magic missile at that. Oh, that's a lot. He's been hurt. Just a little bit. Alright, let's move back. Shadowheart. Spirit Guardians. It's a great classic. I love it. He's been debuffed. Even better. Let's end our turn once more. His turn. A miss. A swing and a miss. Shifting Winds. You tried to get away. Okay, Astarion. Back to killing. Well, one day. It'll happen, I'm sure. Well, forget about that. Alright then. What else do we need to do? I suppose we just need to end our turn. Edrahil, you'll move in. Good job. And after that, a Divine Smite level 3 because you deserve it. He's nearly dead. A bonus attack. Come on. Nice work. Man, we hurt them so much. It's a cool thing, though. You know what I'm going to use today? You got it. Magic Missile. There it is. Consistent damage. And a Scorching Ray. No, too low of a chance to hit. You know what we'll do? We'll try to hit him. Low chance. But he's near my Spirit Guardians. That's all I want. A Thunder Wave. Counterspell. You'll do nothing. Ha ha ha. Shifting Winds again. 17 damage. Come on, Astarion. You know what, Edrahil? You do it. Try again. It's over. I won't touch that lamp. Not again. And what do you have? Nothing. Huh. I didn't really gain too much from going there. That's alright.
Light on my feet.
That really wasn't a benefit, was it? No. Another chest. Can I go through that wall? I cannot. I'll break it. Gold. I won't say no to gold. And here's a lever. A lever for what? Should I touch it? Maybe not. Alright, let's go through. Oh, hello. We've got more stuff. Look at that book. There's only one deity that Edrahil follows. The only one that he learns from. The Red Knight. The book is right here. Astarion. Open it up. I would break it, but I'm scared to damage that book. A DC of 20, add guidance and you'll be okay. A 29. Alright, so we've made it back over to our dear friend Edrahil. Let's touch it. Alright. The Red Knight was a paladin, most devout. She toured armies the world over as both student and teacher, and thus was she elevated by Tempest to her current status. These pages here contain that of her which was left on a material plane after her ascension. Nice.
Some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages.
No kidding. And a new scroll. Oh, Gale, you're so lucky. I wish I could learn it. Scroll of Artistry of War. Summon the apparitions of 6 master strategists. Each apparition strikes a target of your choosing, dealing 8 to 18 force damage on a hit. Nice. Okay, I'll give it over to you, Gale. And you get to learn it, I'm sure. Yeah, he's got it. It's a level 5 spell. Alright. Well then, I'll get rid of Cone of Cold and pick that up. We'll use it eventually, I'm sure. But I've got it. What else do we have in here? Well, I want to pick the book up. I'm not going to sell it. The others we could sell, provided, we don't need them. Ooh, a lot of fancy loot again. It used to be so hard to find items like that, but now it's easy. We get to go back into the portal room and move over here. Nice. That all works out for us. Let's see. Let's keep on checking for illusory walls. Whoa. Look at that. 3 more very rare scrolls. We can't go through. Let's check out that plaque.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Lorroakan.
I'm not worried. There's another room. Look at that book. Caution Before the Seelie. I'll take it. This tome recounts the experience of an unfortunate halfling forced to join the Seelie Court during an ill-fated tour of the Beastlands. It is caked with dust and grime. Yellowed feathers and black fur fall from between its pages. Oh. Wait, a summoning spell. Oh, that's amazing. I wish we came here first. Here you go, Gale. You'll take that too. Learn it. That is also, let's see, a level 5 spell. Alright, fine. Telekinesis, you'll go away. I'll take that then. What else do we have in here? Well, pick up the book. Do that. A gilded chest. Money. I'll come back to loot more later.
These boots have seen everything.
Alright. Here's a door. A lock, you say. Fret not. I have a key. I'm a lever. I'll pull it.
Traps.
How easy. Because right now, we're able to see the unseen. Silverhand, Karsus, and over here, Elminster. Well, let's go through Silverhand first. We can't go through the other ones. More traps again. Let's be careful. I'll shoot a lever. Okay, illusion, evocation, transmutation, and abjuration. Well, there's only one door that I'm able to hit. Illusion. 12 HP. What do we have in here? We've got a Hellfire Great Axe. Dynamo. Whenever you deal damage with this weapon, you gain 2 turns of heat. Okay, some decent damage. One day I'll try to put together a build using heat. That might take a bit. Let's go through abjuration. Traps everywhere. Alright, lever. You're my friend. Let's have a look. We've got shadow. We know that shadow magic is bad. Wild is not bad. It's a bit chaotic. And demon. Well, I don't want to go through demon or shadow. Here's a door. Let's break it open. A prize inside.
A trap. Somebody doesn't like visitors.
Another trap. To Karsus.
Unlock hereby the path to the Karsus vault.
Handy. Alright, we get to leave. So that would have opened another
Traps.
door.
How considerate.
I've come back to Silverhand. I've tried out, let's see, it was called Transmutation. That didn't work out. Which leaves Evocation. Trial and error. We've we've got a trap again. I'm not surprised. But there's a lever. A simple solution. Not only that, a door I'm able to break down. Well, I'm here to get everything. Not only one item, but all of them. Do I need to break it down? No, but I'm being rude. That wizard. Oh, he got my goat. No, all of you, don't run in.
Unlock hereby the path to the Elminster vault.
No kidding. Now we need to leave. Invulnerability, foresight, gate. Would gate be it? Foresight maybe. I've got it. Now we get to check out Elminster's vault. Not Karsus. Not yet. We'll get there. Let's pop inside.
Each door named after a wizard of renown. The annals must be behind Karsus's door.
Yeah, once we got him, we'll give the annals to Gale. Phrasing. Treasure inside. I'll take it all. That belongs to me. That too. A Pyro Quickness Hat. Fiery Return. When you deal fire damage with a leveled spell, you burn yourself and gain an additional bonus action this round. That'll be for my Gothic Wizard. Alright, what's over here? Oh, that's forbidden. It's okay. That belongs to Asterion, not me. I'll take what's over here too. More scrolls. Okay, Asterion, you touch it. It looks evil. The pages are covered in esoteric symbols and strange runes. Alright. The Necromancy of Thay. There are secrets of life and death known only to the Red Wizards. Committing such secrets to parchment is a risk they are loath to take, lest the unworthy gaze upon them. Who better, then, to guard their secrets than the spirits of the jealous dead themselves? Okay. Wait, hold on. What happened? You've got a curse. Your constitution has gone down by 5. Well, that's bad. I'm gonna help you out, okay? I've got it for you. Remove curse. Very simple. That would be a problem, but we've got magic. There it is. I finally got to use it. I never get to use it. Let's get out of here. Alright, time to go check out Karsus. We've made it to the Fated Room. There it is. There's also another unique scroll. I'll let Gale pick it up. We're gonna have to have a conversation with him. And here's a portion where I do want to hear from all of you. I want to know your thoughts about the conversation that Edrahil and Gale are about to have. It's going to be a very important one. As we delve down companion quest lines, we're going to have a few difficult conversations. There's a lot to cover. But before we touch the book, let's have a look at the warning. It's right there, be warned. It is a great paradox among our kind, who so value the art of learning, that we believe ourselves ever cannier than the ones who came before. If envy is the disease of the artist, hubris is that of the wizard. Though I fear my warning will fall on deaf ears, I will say it again. The closer a wizard creeps to the domain of the divine, the closer oblivion creeps with him. I thought myself an equal to Mystra, and devised a plan to make myself her equal. I would pluck one strand of weave, and contain it within an amulet I spent the better portion of my years devising. How regret instantly heaved itself upon my head. I was trapped within the amulet instantaneously and passed around from collector to curio hall for the better part of a millennium. Only now that I am freed, with barely the strength to hold my quill, can I leave this final warning as testimony. There it is, everything that we need to know. Let's approach it.
The Annals of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. If the crown atop the Elder Brain was truly forged by Karsus himself, this book will confirm it. All we have to do is turn the page.
You can have the book.
That devil Raphael was telling the truth. There's no doubt. The crown of Karsus is what's controlling the Elder Brain. And this This is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood.
The design for self-destruction, more like. Didn't this crown kill Karsus?
Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it.
You believe so? To what end?
To every end you can imagine, and 1,000 more beyond. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them.
Here's my issue. Mortals have become gods. Keep in mind, the Dead 3. They were mortals who sought godhood. They're quite evil. Then there's a difference, a contrast. The prior Mystra was killed, I believe in a time of troubles. The current one has been around for roughly, 120 years? But she was appointed. There was another god who was also appointed to their position. A mortal who was brought up to godhood, Kelemvor. So again, we had people becoming gods, but how they got there is quite different. What I did not like about Gale, I did mention before, his ego, his want. He wants to prove himself, not to us, not to people, I don't think so, but to Mystra. He's still quite hurt. Keep in mind, that was his teacher. A deity was his teacher, then would become his lover. The power dynamic alone, I can't even really consider that. Imagine, you were once the lover of a goddess who was also your teacher. Then she cuts you off, that's it. She tells you, hey, I want you to take a bomb, and I need you to do that thing. That's terrible. It would drive nearly anyone mad, so I do understand he's bitter. But he's also said, gods are selfish. However, mortals become gods. Who's to say that once he reaches godhood, that he wouldn't lose sight of his own humanity? In fact, I would say that's quite likely. Imagine, someone who gains all the power in the world, and also wealth, that will corrupt you. At least, it'll change you from your prior vision. Let's go on. And you think Mystra will let you do this?
I don't know. Ao does not look kindly on gods meddling in mortal affairs. She may have no choice but to stand by and let events unfold. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mystra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus' successor.
Maybe so. She is helping us. You don't like the method, but she is. And I do get why you're mad. But I thought you were past this kind of temptation, Gale. You know exactly where such overreaching leads.
Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself. Just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Karsus lacks some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mystra intimately, and I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Karsus achieved many things, but he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it.
If the gods are not meant to intervene, then what would you be able to do for mankind? I have no idea. That's why the gods have chosen. They're more so able to act in the interests of their patrons, of course. And it seems to be well too personal for him. I mean, it truly is. He's angry, he's bitter at his ex. I totally get it. So, I can't let him do it. I won't let him do it. He needs to find a better purpose in life. He's too talented. He shouldn't be doing this. Gale, I'm urging you to drop this. This crown cannot be reforged.
I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. Spent so long feeling inferior, shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mystra took. Cure me, even.
Maybe so. Another issue. He hasn't really told me how he would better all of mankind. I would like to hear specifics, a plan, but he's being quite vague. That tells me enough. You're still destined for greatness, Gale, but you won't find it chasing the shadow of Karsus.
You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Whatever comes of this, we cannot allow the crown to be reforged in Raphael's image. A devil wielding the might of Karsus. It would be the end of everything.
Maybe so. And now we have a scroll. 30 to 80 damage, 10 d6 plus 20 necrotic damage. That's really good. I'll give it to Gale, of course. It's not for me to take, it's for him. So there you go. I can't learn from it, but you can. I don't want to use it one time. There we go. We know a lot more. Now to loot the room. I'll come back to get what's here. A foe breaker. Lethal weapon. This weapon ignores bludgeoning resistance. Well, that could be handy later. I'll hold on to it. Not to mention all the scrolls. Eye bite. What's over here? Fly. Disintegrate. I've got so many. I could take out a boss easily. Disintegrate again. I told you, I've got so many. It's crazy. Wall of ice. Hold monster. Yeah, these are great tools. Let's go talk to Rolan. It's time to leave. I had to run by Elminster's vault to pick up that codex. I thought I picked it up, but that curse threw me off guard. That was too funny. Now we're about to check out a book we've had since Act 1. I can't believe we finally get to finish another leg of our journey. That's really cool, but before we do that, I had to go pick up a helmet for Astarion. I've had it for a long time. Proficiency in wisdom saving throws. He's only got a wisdom of 10. I could respect him, but Now what we'll do, we'll bless him. That might be the way forward. There we go, one for you. One for all of us, I suppose, but Gale, that's alright. I wonder, could I do it in turn-based mode? Let's see. I'll go back over to my inventory, and here we are.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
We know that he wants it. Read on and wrest the book's power from it. You can try a DC of 20. We've got Bless. We've got a Wisdom proficiency. And also the Aura of Protection, +4. That comes from Edrahil. That's great. +1 Forbidden Knowledge. Here we go. Resistance. Oh, that actually cancels out my Bless. Now I know. A 22. Easy.
As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
What did we get? All right. 3 new journal updates available. Well, that's great news. But I need to know. What did you pick up? Let's have a look around. A level 5 necromancy spell. I wonder, should I make Asterion a necromancer? 4 ghouls that will be able to fight alongside him. We also have that bell. I've never used it. I wonder if we could still use it. That would bring forward a flesh golem. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we did it. Now we get to talk to our good buddy, Rolan. Let's give him the good news.
Lorroakan is dead. The bastard is dead.
Oh, good. No one cares. Are you all right?
I am. Now that the bastard's in bits. Lorroakan was a cruel and vicious man. By day, I'd tend the shop, but at night, he'd fire the most nonsensical questions at me. And for every one I answered wrong, he'd beat me. I could have killed him with my own 2 hands. But I kept thinking it was all a test. It had to be. I thought it was the price I had to pay to become a true wizard. I realize now he was just a sick, sick man.
Man, poor Rolan. I remember he was talking about him since the Druid Grove. I mean, he had so much hope. He had a dream. But he's dead now. It's over, and you've won.
I have. With your considerable help. I see things clearly now. If I wish to master the weave, I must do it myself. Thankfully, I have everything I need. Right here.
That's very true. All hail Rolan, master of the tower.
Oh, I like the sound of that. I do indeed. I'll move Cal and Leah in immediately. Lorroakan refused to let them stay here. They are gonna love the tower. I wouldn't have this, the tower, my family, without you. What can I do to thank you?
That's true. We have done a lot. The city is under siege, from the inside out. I need allies.
And you'll have me. I'll learn everything I can about the tower in the meantime, even if I have to rip this place apart. But know this. Ramazith's tower and its master are now your friends. And when the time comes, we will stand by you as allies.
We're all done here. We're gonna head to the counting house to turn in that gold that we picked up. Then we'll probably go to the Blushing Mermaid. We've got to save a young lady called Vanra. Remember, we picked that up right whenever we got here to the lower city. But wait, there's a wizard. Elminster? Are we in trouble? We probably are. Let's go say hello.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. Tell me, what curiosities have you and your companions discovered within the walls of this esteemed emporium?
I'm not gonna lie to him. We found the Annals of Karsus. It proved an enlightening read.
So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mystra asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mystra knows you defied her, Gale. Ah, of course she knows. She's Mystra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, we should go talk to her. You should meet her, Gale. She might be able to help us.
I'm curious enough to make the attempt. All right. An audience with the mother of magic, it is.
Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Boy, that was a lot. He wasn't nearly as wordy as he often is. That's a good thing. He's not known for brevity. So the tabernacle, it's right by the Elfsong Tavern. That's where we need to go. Let's pop on over and say hello. If I'm going to greet a deity, I better be dressed to the nines. Let's go inside. The Stormshore Tabernacle.
Stormshore Tabernacle.
Thank you, narrator. Who's in charge? Ah, Humble Toes. Not like that villain Proud Toes. I scorn him.
Well met, Oathsworn. Your faith may not be orthodox, but it's still welcome here. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
I'm here to lodge a complaint. I don't see a statue dedicated to the Red Knight, and I am angry. I'm kidding. Who are you?
I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need.
What can I do here?
Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls.
I do understand. I'll go for now. So what statues do you have? Mystra, Selune, you've got Tyr, and also Helm. Well, you two aren't so bad. Maybe eventually I'll make some manner of donation. Not my gods. Alright, let's approach.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well, go on then. It's rude to keep a goddess waiting.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee.
You're ready. You're gonna be okay, Gale.
Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it.
Don't worry, you've got some grit. And if you don't, you've got me. Of all the things to be nervous about, an audience with a goddess seems reasonable.
You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go?
I might have one or two. But hold on. You're not taking me with you?
The summoning channel Mystra has provided is one only I can enter. No matter how much I prefer not to face her alone.
But I'm wearing my nice clothes. Alright, fine. I wanted to say hi, but that's okay. I'll just, I don't know, get undressed again, put on my armor, which will take like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. I'll need help, of course. I mean, look at my thighs. Alright, look. Don't give anything away. Just find out what she has to say.
You'd make a fine 3-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3-dragon ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
I'll do that. That's a very busty statue. How vain, Mystra. You're gonna be okay. Oh, it's bright in my eyes.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to Godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
It's bright again. Okay, we'll have a conversation. That's over. Tell me everything.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time.
How do you feel now that you've done it?
Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place, and If I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
It's not your fault. You weren't to know.
But I should have known. What right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose? At least now I'm armed with the truth. And Mystra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus.
Is that truly what you want? I mean, that's a lot, but tell me, is it?
Perhaps. I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again.
We're going to cure you. I promise.
Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
I wonder, should I wear my good clothes for that meeting? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, so now we finally get to move to the counting house. That was a lot. I'm glad he's grown. It's crazy. In the very beginning, if you can recall, I didn't really care for him, but now we're buds. I like him. Oh, Frank, I could warn you, but I've killed the murderer. Alright, so we're going down over here, not there, but to the counting house, then over to the Blushing Mermaid.
I hope you've come to make a lodgment. A city-sized one?
It took me a minute to get back down here. They didn't clean up a single corpse. There's blood everywhere still. Here's the coin that was taken. 10,000 gold.
And not even a whisker light. God, you're a boring bastard. Me too, I suppose, because I'm not even tempted to scam you. Take this vault key. You'll find something by way of thanks inside.
Okay, bit of an awkward moment because Asterion has already cleared out every single vault. It's all clean.
I could shift
but thank you.
Interest.
I'll take that money. I appreciate it. Okay, so now we go off to the Blushing Mermaid. Simple enough. I was gonna head over to the Blushing Mermaid right away, but I've been checking mailboxes en route. And now I know there's a good sign on where I can find the Trail of Orin. This scrap of bloodied paper, I don't even need to read more. I know that we need to get inside. So we've got the home of Rainforest, which is by what? Let me have a look. Beehive Goods and Wares. Want to find his body parts. So Asterion, you'll open it up. If I break it, people are gonna be mad about it for some reason. I don't know why. 22. Bunch of babies. I'm kidding. I shouldn't be doing that. Yep, there it is.
That might be worth a look.
Parchment. Well, we know about that parchment. There's a hatch. Yeah, so we know everyone down to Peartree. They're all dead. But we did save a lot. Good for us. Of course, we didn't save very many in the lower city. Well, a few people, but not too many. Alright, let's have a look around for just a moment. Oh, hold on. A rat. I'll talk to you. What's up, rat?
Hello, hello. Ooh, are you the new cheese dropper? I do hope so. I'm almost down to the last crumbs.
Oh, okay. We're reduced down to a roll for you. What happened to the prior cheese dropper?
Alexander was his name. He dropped all manner of morsels, but the cheeses were the best. Until the Red Man visited.
Well, tell me about that red man.
A dwarf, all dressed in red. He smiled and held Alexander close, and then Alexander was shouting and struggling, and soon he was all dressed in red as well. So many red morsels fell out of Alexander. They tasted like salt and rust. Very good, even better than cheese.
I should bring a cat here. Where did that dwarf go?
Away, to make more people red and to spill their tasty morsels. Go away now. Your delicious scent makes me crave your morsels, but it would be rude to bite you.
I could end you right now. Alright, what's over here? Tonight, a letter. Mate, we're worried about you. You've gotten too deep into this conspiracy nonsense. And honestly, it's making you dull. You're going out for drinks tonight. The singing lute at sundown. You'd better be there or we're gonna have to come and get you. And there's no guarantee we'll be sober. Oh, some good buds, alright. And let's see, what else do we have around here? I'm gonna keep on searching. I like reading these because, again, I like environmental storytelling. It's a lot of fun, you need it. And let's see, open crate, nothing too interesting. I'm just gonna poke around. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's got cheese for his rat. Well, let me get out my... I should have it. There we go. Not sure why I had caps lock on, but I do. Sorry, pal, wake up. Put on a little bit of makeup because you wanted to.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Okay. What happened to you?
Murdered. Obviously.
Oh my god. I'm being sassed by a dead body. What is my life? Okay. Alright. What were you doing when you died?
Investigating odd records.
If I could do his voice and tone, and his accent too, oh man, what I would do, I would make him in charge of some type of record keeping in my D&D game. I've actually done that. I've joked that sometimes the worst enemy for any adventuring party would be rules, etiquette, and of course, office workers. I had the most just haggard, pale character with long arms and fingers that were just kind of unfortunate to look upon. And he was so by the book, it drove them crazy. And then his boss came out, a very portly man, and he just had some massive jowls, and I kind of did a very poor, I think it was a Richard Nixon type of impersonation, but a little bit more from the Futurama version, and he was a lot more fun. So of course those two did not get on very well, and because they had to do like some research on some local haunt or something like that, but it was a lot of fun, and I could sense that they were like, I wish I could kill this guy, but they couldn't do it because it would have been uncivilized and terrible, and you know, justice would have been brought down upon them at some point. Because, all right, I'll move on in just a moment, but I do like to share things like this, and I probably should more often. If I was streaming, I would be sharing this crap all the time. I like the idea, of course, of cause and effect. I like the idea of, sure, you might be able to wipe out that small village, sure, you might be able to kill people, but what would be the effect? Well, if a village is gone, some people pass through. They see it's gone. They spread the news. Taxes aren't being paid. Maybe someone comes out from the local government. They see what happened. Or if you're a new group in town, you don't look like other people, you stand out, and you're in a place that doesn't get a lot of visitors, and again, there's trouble. Guess who's gonna be, well, labeled at fault? It's you. And let's say you just begin to murder hobo everywhere. Eventually, depending on where you're at, there could be a large armed response sent after you. And so that's really how things can escalate, and I do like that. And then I think about, okay, if we live in a world of adventurers, clearly there's other people around who are there, who maybe there's like some old fighter who's opened up a training academy, and so he's over there, but in times of trouble, he like takes up the mantle of militia leader, and so it's not just all a bunch of low-level mooks, and that's really good. And I really could talk at great length about how I prep for D&D. It's a high prep style, but I like it. It's like having a magic hat, a a little toolbox where I can really just kind of react to the general plot threads I lay out, how they respond. If you don't have like a really random party, I find that players can be mostly predictable. Their solution type of approach might be random, but the general ends, they want to do good. They want to do things. Well, when I say good, they just want to perform well, whatever that might mean. All right, anyway. So tell me about those odd records.
Tombstone. Shaw. No owner. Decades now.
I kind of wish, instead of going right after the Red Dwarf, one, he was made into a much more intimidating foe, and two, if we had to do the dribble stuff first, because doing this gives me clues. It's breadcrumbs. It builds a larger narrative. Instead, it was really hard to find where another area might be where the Red Dwarf had been. I didn't have those outright clues, but we did have that list, and I've written down their names. So as I see stuff, we'll go visit, and that'll make it a lot easier for me to find what I need. Anyway, what was your job?
Dogs. Ombudsman.
You're a dock worker? Okay, well, all right. So tell me about that role. I actually don't know.
Sort problems. Check everything.
Usually there's a lot of
The
words.
spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Man, I actually kind of wanted to there. Usually, if there's words that I know the meaning of, then it's often an issue that I don't know how they're pronounced because I've never heard them spoken aloud. So I end up having to like look that up too. And I've heard that word before, but I've never looked into the actual role. A lot of meaning I can derive from context of where it's used from. And we'll go back downstairs real quick. I kind of wish I had an easier way to just kind of like go down a level. That would be nice.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mystra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course.
Yeah, okay. So you did unlock the Necromancy of Thay. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. No. I'm not sure. It is full of terrible secrets, including Cazador's bloody right to profane ascension. But it told me nothing new. Then again, it was filled with otherworldly power, which I am more than happy to wield to my advantage.
Well, very good. Let's go back in. We'll probably keep this party for the next part. I would bring in Lae'zel. She's a monk. I really do wish they had a pugilist class. I really want that because flavor-wise, it just works so much better. Let's go down that hatch. Yep, we're in the right place. A faded scroll of reversal. Again, storytelling. I think... Oh, and also a trap.
Someone doesn't like visitors.
Oh, now you tell me. Maybe it was always over there, but we're okay. Traps like that can't really bother us. We're pretty powerful. Alright, let's see. The time-bitten parchment of the scroll flakes and frays, obscuring most of its content. It appears to describe the process for breaking an enchantment that has bound a mighty dragon into another service. I want to know more about that, but let's have a look around. I'm always very nosy, and I also trigger a lot of traps, as you're able to see. Strong box, I can't open it, but I know who's able to. You got it. Asterion. 20. Doesn't have to be Nat. Not here, not now. I'll take a bit of gold, a bit of treasure. I'm sure there's more stuff around, but I'll come back whenever I've got to loot things to make my money. Alright. We've got some things in here, but oh, look at that. He's like a Charlie Day. He's got his conspiracies. Okay, so he was investigating. This actually would have been one of the cooler homes to find out about. Yeah, that's incredibly cool. I like that. Let's go over here. Observation notes. Moonglow. Oh, interesting. They've been watching that tombstone spot for a 10-day now. You want more of our time, pay up. So he even paid them. Whoa. He was really losing it, but he was very good. Wow. It would be cool to have more NPC friends, like friends of the party who can do different things. I would love that. Different benefits. Missives of Candlekeep. Yeah, I've thought about one day just like having a whole part where I just kind of read every single book in the game, depending on topic or whatever. Yeah, here's some shop notes. All right. So again, just all clues pointing to that. All right, I'm going to keep on looking because I think we just need to find a few more things. Yep, look.
A foot smeared with paint, among other things. This must belong to Dribbles.
Oh, we know it. The effigy of Abazagul, who soared on shredded wing. What use his pride? He thought himself a dragon, but died as a worm. Orin the Red. Yeah, she's everywhere. I've tried a few other places, but here's another locked door. There it is. Wait, hold on. These are Duergar. What are they doing here? That's really weird. Okay, park keeper's chores. Right, pest control. Nothing too important. Here's a key and a journal for the park keeper. A park keeper's journal, mostly filled with notes on botany and plant care. One aside in the margins notes that some suspicious characters have been going to the park of late. Oh, you saw too much, I suppose. Alright, let's go down the hatch. It's never good what's down the hatch. Whenever you say down the hatch in Baldur's Gate, it means murder. It's got to. What a battlefield, dear God. They're dead everywhere. I'll be able to come back to loot a lot of stuff. Even an elemental. Damn them all, Homewood. What a name. Danfora of the Kingfish. Hold on. Was it like... Hold on, let me see here. Sendai III. The effigy of Sendai, who made herself many. What use her multitudes? She thought herself a warrior, but only her blood soaked the soil. Orin the Red. Alright. Let's have a look over here. Still want a day where we could have Kaga, maybe Razglor as companions.
Body, a sacrifice? Or some kind of display?
I'll take that. A leg.
Judging by the state of the leg, this must be part of the clown.
The effigy, right. We got that one already. Wow, you repeated yourself. And I suppose you wrote it twice. That's interesting. I do want to know what happened here. Oh God, her innards. I thought it was a rope. Well, now it's a rope.
The corpse remains silent.
Oh, come on. I want information, man. Can I not talk to anyone? What about you? You're kind of glowing, but is it because of how you died? You look kind of icy. Yeah. Oh, I really wanted to know, too. I don't see anyone glowing, implying that I could talk to them, but I thought maybe someone who had, like, a letter, I would be able to talk to them, unless, like, they all have it. Nope. Okay. Let me check that out real quick. The music stops whenever we're down here. What about you? Alright, forget it. Alright, I'll try to find the last one. More locked doors to check out. What happened to your cabbages? That can't be good. And I keep seeing these posters around. We've got an anti-hag support group poster. I'm gonna check it out. Attention! Have you been hexed by a hag? Lost a loved one to a deal? You're not alone. Join other survivors of hag treachery at Baron's Coop. Alone, we're vulnerable, but together, we can stand up against hags.
Never wanted the easy path.
A quest, okay. It's actually not too far away. But for now, look who it is, Peartree. Yeah, I've been looking for more boarded up areas. Thankfully, those signs do help.
That's not going to work.
It did work.
That's curious.
Well, I didn't check the mailbox. Hold on. I'll do that too. A soul coin. Weird. What else do we have in here? We've got Frank. Do you have anything on you, Frank? A letter. A bloodied note. Uh-oh. You've been picking where you shouldn't. Look at that. Wait, placing the Lordling's fire spitters throughout my city. The Lordling, that would be Inver. Oh, so Orin went after you for another reason too. I get it. Alright, let's have a look around again. We've got a hatch. Well, Is there a key or do I need to actually lockpick it? Because I'll do it. There we go. What abides below? Huh. A lot of infernal stuff. That's a bit unsettling. I don't like that, but let's drop down below. Get out of my way. Perfect. What a detour, but now we know there's a hag. I was wondering what was going on. Whoa, you're huge. Look at that guy.
That corpse is huge. And is that a burning heart?
The effigy of Yagashora, who burned his mortality, would use his heart. He thought himself a titan, but died whispering for his mother, Orin the Red. We've got it.
A clown's arm. Dribbles, no doubt.
Did we get it all? That's what I want to know. Let's see. We do! Okay, so we'll go back over to Rivington in just a moment. But before we do that... Yo, have a look! Inver Gortash! Alright, let's have a look. I have an offer for you, Frank. I have in my possession a tremendous quantity of infernal iron. Really now. But he needs assistance distributing the weapons forged to the cities, let us call it, okay. So what have you been working with? I need to know about that. That's a great clue for the future. That's going to come up. It's got to, right? Another pouch. Surveillance. Oh, it's more about the Archduke. Another pamphlet by Gortash. Alright. He's talking about what he's going to be about. Alright, let's move on. Here's another door. There's always more to check out. I'll check out a few things. Any traps? No, we're okay. There's a strong box. Locked, of course. Well, I'll open it. I'm sure there's a key around, but I've got a Starion for that too. We'll go through it really fast. There we go. It's open, and we get what? Short sword +2. More soul coins. I wonder when those come into play. I have no idea yet. Alright, so over here we've got a Sell's Ledger. This ledger records acquisitions and sells in Gortash's infernal weapons trade. Right. There it is. That's how he made a lot of money too. And over here we've got a wooden chest. That's pretty much it. But now let's go back over to the circus and turn in the body parts.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding Dribbles?
A lot of luck. Here's every part that I could find.
Oh, perfection. This is just what I need. His flesh has a few rat bites and his teeth are missing, but these are minor issues. I shall remake Dribbles better than before, where once he was famous, he will now become legend. And you? Here, darling, a little something from your friend, Lucretius. My circus and I can now finally leave!
With you gone, Rivington's gonna be a lot more dull for sure. You're leaving, right now.
Not this instant, so should you wish for anything from my staff, be quick. Oh, and if you do take on the Absolute, do try not to end up like poor Dribbles. You are so very pretty after all.
Well, thank you. 87 gold, perfect. So what you're meant to get, Astarion plucked from her. Sometimes I like to find out if people have decent loot, and she did. So Gale has been using it the entire time. Spell Might Gloves. When casting a spell that requires an attack roll, you can take a -5 penalty to the roll to deal an additional 1d8 damage. They're really nice. They're really good to have. But now we get to go back to camp for just a minute.
Zahira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult, and if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and—
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand.
What's going on here? Tell me about what you're doing. All I heard was cheek in hand, which I support.
I would like to see if a lesson has been learned. This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
That's a little bit true. Yeah, but I'm not gonna beat him up. We know he's a bit, gullible. Yeah, I'm gonna use that word. I'm gonna use persuasion. You are the only one he listens to, remember? DC of 10. Very easy. An 18.
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Wicklaren?
Wicklaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
You're not gonna change him. That's not gonna ever happen. Alright? I suppose there is some twisted logic at play there, in his own mind.
Is there? Wonderful. Another Minsk in the making.
Ha! Not without a companion, I'm afraid. Boo will ask some of his sewer-dwelling friends.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Adorable. Yeah, there's no point in fighting that, and I know she's annoyed with me as well, but that's okay. I did that for entertainment. Sometimes you've got to poke at the fire. You've got to stoke it a little bit. Alright, we'll talk to a few people, including him. I'll try to.
You will grow to like Jaheira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes?
Yeah, I kind of saw that, for sure. I'm not going to talk about the tadpole. We're not going to use it. Not today.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll talk later. What about Jaheira?
Far from me to judge Gale for playing coy with Mystra. But I will not be cleaning up whatever mess she makes of him for it.
That's fair. And then we've got Halsin.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
Jaheira disapproves. Oh, right, because I did use friends. I shouldn't do that for my companions. Alright, let's go talk to Will.
This crown seems too powerful and dangerous an object for mere mortals to possess. Too dangerous even for Mystra. But I would sooner trust it with a god than with Gale.
Dang, okay. I'll let him know. No, I won't do that. That's a bit much.
Don't waste a step.
That would be causing issues. What about Lae'zel? It's actually good to know their input.
I do not trust Mystra to do right with the crown. But I think I trust Gale even less. He must give it to her when the time comes, or his lust for power might well consume him.
Lae'zel is actually very wise. I like her a lot. I know she comes off a bit, intense in the very beginning, but she develops a lot, especially after the Crash.
Wow. So that was Mystra. Pretty spectacular stuff. But I think Gale was right not to agree to do her bidding, no questions asked. I respect the gods, but they don't always understand what they're asking of us. Maybe immortality makes it hard to know what it's like to be one of us piggies. Proud of Gale, though. It takes some man to hold his own in front of the divine.
Very true. Fire in her eyes. Then we've got Astarion.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to poke around.
Dame Aylin has little to feel sorry about. Lorroakan would have inflicted a far worse fate on her given the chance.
That's very true. All right. Why does Elminster have such faith in you?
I've often asked myself the same question, but never really found a satisfactory answer. He clearly sees something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently.
He had a lot of time, that's true. Do you regret not using the orb when you had the chance?
I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, thanks, bud. I appreciate that. Alright, so tell me who you want to see in our next part. I think what we'll do, we'll probably go to the House of Hope, because I want to punch Raphael in the face for one. That's a personal need for Edrahil. Then after that, we'll handle the hag topic. Let's see, we could do Shadowheart's questline, or we could help out Astarion. Astarion's, that one sounds rather intense. For Shadowheart, hers sounds rather emotional. So let me know what you think. We'll keep on going through all of their quest lines. I want to do that because we need to get to know our characters. But there's also Will's quest line to save the Duke. That's very important. Very important. So for now, I'll go to bed. Make sure that you do leave a like and comment right down below. And as always, until then, let me know what you think about the episode. It's been a lot of fun. Full rest, please.